Howdy everybody, I hope this video finds y'all all well. It's a cool evening here in Kentucky. Muggy and the mosquitoes are out, but it's cool, and it's strange how it can be cool and humid at the same time, but that's how it is in Kentucky. But yeah, I thought I'd take this evening to get out and up my char cloth supply. I've got myself an extra Altoids tin, so I thought I'd just take you straight through the entire process since I'm needing to make some anyway. I thought you might enjoy that. If you've never made it, or maybe you have made it and you're just, you know, it's been a while or whatnot. But char cloth is literally charcoal made from cloth, and it's a super thin charcoal. It takes a spark very easy. Most bushcrafters use it for flint and steel. That's the most common application. But you know, if you keep your char cloth in a little tin, anything that you can use to throw a spark in there, it'll catch. So like say in a survival situation, you've got a Bic lighter, but it's cracked, the fluid's gone, or you've used it until it's used up, but it's still got you know, a functioning flint. You could take and flick that into there, and eventually one of those sparks will catch. It takes a minute, but you can get it. I've done it. It's not that hard. You just keep striking it close to the cloth, and you'll get one that takes off. Just lightly blow, and boom, you've got a nice little ember. So yeah, if you're interested in char cloth, you've never made it, or you've made it and you're interested in just, like, you know, refreshing your skills, hang with me and we're gonna get it done. Alrighty, twig stove is rolling, y'all. So you're gonna need to get you a small tin. It doesn't have to be Altoids, obviously. It can be any kind of mint tin that's roughly this size. They even have some little round ones. You know, you can get on a lot of times for Altoids are like $1 or $1.50, you know. But these things are, you know, just a dandy to have. People love them in the bushcraft community. So many applications. But get you a nail, screwdriver, anything. I like to use this, like a 16 penny nail. And you're just going to need to make yourself a little hole in the center. You can use a screwdriver, end of your knife, whatever. Just make yourself a little hole. And that's going to be for your gases to escape as this charcoal processes. So for the char cloth itself, I like to use denim, but I do not have any denim today. So, well, I don't have any used jeans I'm willing to sacrifice. So I'm going to try to make some out of this this old washcloth, and I think it's going to work fine. I've seen people do it before. I haven't actually made any out of a washcloth before. I usually use denim or an old cotton t-shirt, so we're going to see how this works, but I think it's going to be great. Alrighty, so I've cut my pieces down so they're, you know, about this size. And I've topped off my twig stove. I'm letting it burn down just a little bit more. And then you're going to want to lay them in here kind of flat. And I'm not going to crowd this batch because I want it to cook really good. If you overcrowd it, it won't get, it'll burn and char the outside edges, but it won't quite get the inside because it's just packed in there too dense. So we're not going to go too crazy. We're not in a rush. You know, a big fire with a much larger can would make you a huge batch. But we're keeping things small and practical today. Just going to close the lid. Alright, we've got it in there. Got it closed up, ready to go. And we're going to, with gloves on, you know, being careful to mind the heat, you're going to set that right on the flame. Now here shortly, you're going to see a tiny flame come out of that hole. That means inside we're cooking. And when that little flame burns out to where all you're getting is smoke, then you know you've got char cloth. Let's get a little closer. You see that flame coming up out of that hole? That means our it's right here, a little flame. That means our cloth is charring. It's cooking inside there. So when that little flame burns out, you know that it's really burned up all the matter and it's down to just the char cloth itself. See right there? That's the moment you're looking for, where it's just that cloth, or just that smoke coming out. Then you know you've got char cloth. Now that it's burned out, you're gonna very quickly with some gloves on, carefully grab this and set it to the side. I want to let that cool completely, and then we're gonna check it out. Alrighty, it's been a couple minutes. I'm putting some water on for a tea. Put the lid on there. Might as well use those embers. Let's see, I'm gonna grab my other glove because that tin may still be a little warm. I'm gonna check it out. Let's see if we've got char cloth. Because say you pull this off and it's not perfect, you could always put it back on. Oh yes. Look at that. The good stuff. Perfectly made char cloth. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. My dogs are over to the side. They got their squeaker toy going. That's what that racket is. But let's see if we can't throw a spark in there and get that rolling. Alrighty guys, so we got a couple things here. I've got this little ferro rod. As you can see, I've scratched the heck out of it, and it barely sparks. It barely sparks anymore for sure, because I've used it several times just piddling. But this is the type of thing that would be on like one of those survival bracelets, you know? And that would be very hard to start much of a fire. It doesn't throw a very robust spark. But with char cloth, you could probably get away with it. This is a matchbox, and this is a little tiny ferro rod. I don't know why the autofocus isn't working. That's a teeny tiny little ferro rod. And I'm going to pop that sucker out there and see if we can't throw a spark here in a second. But these little matchboxes usually come with one of those on the bottom. And out in the field, especially if you're cold, you're going to drop that thing. But you might be able to get a spark into something like this, whereas you couldn't start, like, you know, wood shavings or whatnot. And then, this isn't a Bic, because I lost my Bic that I had that had the fuel out of it. But this throws sparks. I haven't tried this yet, but we're going to see if we can't get it to light with this. So, let's see what we can do. First, we're going to try this. I'm going to try this teeny tiny little ferro rod. See if I can't pop it out of there and try it. It's got glue all over it. At least I'm pretty sure this is a ferro rod. Looked pretty silly on me if it wasn't, but we're gonna give it a shot. Like, I don't know how you would ever hold on to this thing if you were cold. I mean, it's great to have, but I don't know how you'd ever hold on to this in the cold. Let's see if we can get a spark off of it at all. Can't tell if it's even throwing a spark. Oh, it's teeny tiny, microscopic. Let's see if we can't throw a spark on here. I don't even know if I can do that. I don't know if I can accomplish it or not, guys. I may have been overzealous with this one. You know, maybe if I had some pliers, I could probably hold on to that, but we're going to see if we can't do it. Get it over here. Ooh. Oh, look what we got. See? Perfect. Let's stamp that out. So I can save my char cloth. That little bitty booger right there. Look at that. That's just so small, it's ridiculous. It just goes to show you, though, you could use that in a survival situation. It's crazy. All right. So I think that alone shows how, you know, practical char cloth is. But I'm going to give this a shot. See if I can't do it with this. Just for curiosity's sake, because obviously this is a much larger ferro rod. So if that little booger will do it, this one will definitely do it. See, this is just a Zippo that has no fuel. It might be a little tricky to get down in there, but we're gonna give it a shot. So I would probably say putting it up like that might work. I don't know, it's kind of rough. It might knock the ember off before it actually lights it. I mean, you could certainly get one with enough finesse. It'd be easier to do something like this. Oh, snap. Oh, it's little. Oh, it's little. Oh, no, it's better than I thought. Okay, okay. Oh, looky there. See? Can be done. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, and I had another one in there. See? I didn't even see this one. See? It's trying to grow. Oh, man, I had a couple in there. How did I not see those? All right, well. Stamp it out. Stamp it out. So, char cloth is where it's at when you've got a teeny tiny little spark and some business that you need to get done. Alrighty guys, so char cloth's done, tea's done, added bonus. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this for a minute and watch my dogs play over there. I'm sure you heard them in the video being little punks, but anyway, so in a survival situation, say you don't have any materials that you want to sacrifice, any clothes, you could always find you know, wood, punk wood to char, and we're going to do that maybe in the next video because I want to do that too, you know, and try to use the same means to light it and see if it works. But anyway, I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know my videos are a little goofy sometimes and maybe even long-winded, but I'm trying to get the hang of this. Yeah, but sincerely thank you for joining me. I hope you found it informative and at least a slight bit entertaining. Yeah, I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care of yourselves. Loose. Sit. Shake. Good girl. Good girl. Declan, sit. Shake. Shake. Good boy. Good boy.